run vlog number 5. I wasn't going to do one today because I've got a backlog of videos, but it's such a nice day. I really had to come out and do a video. Haven't really rehearsed what I'm going to speak about. Yesterday I did. I thought I'll speak about running. Today haven't really got anything to talk about, so it might just be mumbling on. It might be a very short video, but it's such a nice day that I thought I'd come out and video the experience. It's like I've probably said a few times, days like today going to be few and far between. Still warm, still got a t-shirt on and shorts. I suppose that can lead me into running gear. Yeah, running gear can be cheap or expensive depending on what you want to go for. Now I've got both, cheap and expensive. Not so much running gear, but the top I'm wearing today is actually a cycling top. The top that I was wearing in the intro, the green one, again it's a cycling top. I do have running tops, but the ones I have are like tank top, short sleeve ones, and I prefer having like a full sleeve normal t-shirt when it's a bit cooler. But when it's really hot, that's when I'll wear one of them sort of tank top things. I've taken to wearing running shorts rather than running tights. Quite a lot of men now are wearing tights. I do have them again. I've got some long pants for sorry, just a bit of a technical bit here. I do have some long pants for winter, so probably wear them for winter, but for now I'm just wearing shorts, sort of baggy, cycle short length, just so that it's a bit cooler. And wearing tights. And again, I've got expensive and cheap, and to be honest, there's not much difference between the two. When I say cheap, from non-specific sports shops, about £7, £7, about £7. And we've also got more sports running shorts, Ron Hills, which are more expensive, and I tend to save them for races. Just I don't feel any difference with the shorts, to be honest. They don't wick any faster than the other ones because the shorts are so baggy and short anyway. The other ones are they are lighter and a bit more stretchy, but to be honest, I don't see any difference. Now with the running tops, I like quite a tight top. I think that some people prefer baggy tops. Just let this car go. Some people prefer baggy tops, But I prefer tight ones now. Maybe that's just because I'm used to them with being on the bike, road biking, but I feel you get better protection. The baggy ones just, I don't know, they just don't feel right. I do have baggy running tops, but again, they don't feel right. I prefer the tight fitting ones. Right, I'm gonna cut off here while I go up the busy road, and I'll see you when I'm back on quiet. Anyway, running tops. They, I can't remember where it was actually. Cheap ones and expensive ones. Buy what you can afford. If you can afford an expensive one, get an expensive one. If you can't, then don't. Right, expensive tops. Base layers. It's all about material, really. Now, what you do get over the cheap and expensive ones is consistent of cut. What I mean by that is, if you buy a cheap top from cheap size just medium small and it fits, you go back a week later or buy the same brand cheap top medium small, it might be a different size. I've had that experience with cheap shops selling running or cycling tops more specifically, and sizes have been completely different. What also I found is cut, so the way it's shaped. Because I like thin top, skin tight top, it's harder to get a top that fits to your shape. Now, let's say you take Salomon, a running brand, also a skiing brand, but they're running specific brand. Now their tops, having tried a couple on, don't really fit my shape of body, whereas Altura, the cycling brand, I find their cut does. This top I've got on, although it's a local sponsored shop, is still made by Altura, and the cut fits quite well. So even though it's the same materials, polyester is a common one. You can have a mix with lycra, things like that, or just fully lycra, and they all have different properties. You can get merino wool, which is quite common now in the outdoors industry, for a base layer. I'll come up here and try and get a nice thumbnail for the pictures. I still haven't weighed out how you get the thumbnails, at what sort of time that they pick the thumbnails off. Whether it's if you stand around long enough on the same view, whether it picks that. I don't know whether you put some graphics up, whether it picks that, I'm not sure. I've had a mix of both. So I'm just going to run to the end here and then back, and then take a shortcut back. I'm already on 2.6 miles, so I just want to be doing over 3 miles because I'm doing it every day now, and 3 miles is enough for me to be doing every day for the moment. So I hope you could hear that anyway, because it's pretty windy and I still haven't tested these. I haven't listened to any feedback from a running vlog when I've had this mic on, but it seems to be quite good for background noise. Now, where I do believe where you should spend money is the external layer. So when the weather gets cold, that's when you start needing your the wicking capabilities, the breathability and the waterproofness, especially in England and especially in Cumbria and especially in Seathwaite, Keswick, where it's the wettest part of England. So England being known for raining, Cumbria known for the lakes, and the wettest part of Cumbria, I live in the wettest town and run down the wettest valley to the wettest village. So waterproofness and breathability when running is kind of a must. You need to think about it. And the outer shell is where I spend money to get lightweight and waterproof, and a good amount of stretch as well in some of my waterproof jackets. What I tend to find though is if you have a stretchy waterproof jacket, it's not as waterproof when it's stretched. I don't know how to test it, but I've got a waterproof jacket with a hydrostatic head of 1500 millimeters. Sorry, 15,000 millimeters. Now that'll be 15 meters. If you don't know what hydrostatic head is, it's how much pressure. They basically take the material, cut the material, get some water and in a tube and pour it in. I think it's a centimetre across, and this tube's as many meters as you need to. I'm sure they do it differently. Rather than having a 15-metre tube, they probably pressurise it to the equivalent of when you pour the water in, it's supposed to be the equivalent of a tube that's 15 metres high filled with water, and it just starts to perspire through the material. Now they say with tents and things like that, 5,000 hydrostatic head of 5 meters is all you need for English weather. British weather, that's bull, especially for waterproof jackets. Unless I have waterproof jackets, they're not measured properly. I've got one jacket. Well, here we go, back to the sort of stretchiness. I've got a jacket that's got a hydrostatic head of 15 metres, and it lets water in. Now it's stretchy, so I believe that they've pressurised it and not stretched the material properly, or stretched it even, and so all the pores are still even. I'm guessing, or just stretched it one way so the pores go from like that to that. I don't know. For some reason that lets water in. I've got another jacket, again waterproof to 1500, it's supposed to be breathable for 1500 now. I'm not entirely sure how the breathability works, but hey. Now that lets water in on a heavy rainy day after about an hour. And that's got a hydrostatic head of 1500. I've had jackets that are these are all semi-proofed, worn-in jackets, by the way. Quite a lot of these measurements are proofed. Now I've got another jacket that's lightweight, not stretchy, but a more expensive one, and that seems to hold up fine with a hydrostatic head of 15,000. And so far it's held up remarkably well. Now this gets me down to proofing. They always say you've got to proof your jackets. Waterproofing jackets is an art in itself. It's all pretty much the same stuff, but the proofing that I use is Nikwax, commonly found in any outdoor shop. It's quite a common one, quite an easy one to get hold of, but I believe it's the same stuff for all. It's all like this silicone spray type stuff. You get spray on stuff, you get washing stuff, so, and you know, they say to proof it every, I don't know, I would say every 3 months. And again, it depends how often you wear it. If you wear your jacket every day and it rains every day, then you're going to have to proof it more often. Usual telltale sign is when you need to reproof your jacket is when the water stops beading. So it stops when you look at water on a duck, when they say water off a duck's back, that's water beading, not breaking surface tension, and it beads off. Hydrophobic, I believe, is the name for it. If something's hydrophobic, it will bead off water. The water will bead, it won't soak into the material. So when it starts doing that, that's when you have to proof it. How often I do it? A lot less often than I should. But it can get quite expensive when you've got 6 jackets that you need to keep on top of waterproofing. Well, I think that's probably enough. If again, an audience, or if anyone wants to comment, if you want to hear more about clothing, any product testing, stuff that I might have, let me know in the comments below. The usual =3 thing, isn't it? Let me know in the comments. If not, I'll just keep babbling on about general things until I get more specific. All right.